My name is Richard Willis. I'm Technical Director for Port Operations and Technology at Royal Haskoning DHV. We've just recently completed a feasibility study for a green shipping corridor between Liverpool and Belfast on the Irish Sea, funded by a UK government agency, to look at what could be done and what would need to be done to decarbonise that shipping route, which is a key lifeline between the mainland UK and Northern Ireland. So we've done a feasibility study to look at that, look at what alternative fuels might be suitable, what the impact on the carbon emissions may be, what we could do with shore power, changing regulations, changing policy requirements, and summarise that into a report to try and give a roadmap of how we could start to move forward on this important mission, which we've been talking about for years, of course, and now we should need to start actually trying to move forward. Is feasible, provided a reliable source of alternative low carbon fuel can be found for shipping. We've mostly focused our study around methanol, which seems to be in favour amongst vessel operators. The distance is really too far to have an electric ferry, 150 miles across the Irish Sea. So methanol, liquid fuel, low carbon is the key thing. Methanol is available in the market in limited resources and is very expensive compared to marine diesel. So changing the cost of fuels to make it feasible, conversion of vessels is underway. Vessel operators in those services are already looking at new ships and upgrades of ships to burn low carbon fuel, but production and sourcing of the fuel is key. That may happen first in large bunker hubs in Rotterdam and Singapore, and you can already buy it in Scandinavia, but bringing that into the UK for captive ferry services that go back and forth between 2 points is a new challenge. So probably importing that methanol, storing it and managing it in port bunker facilities is another challenge. Policy and money drives the speed of these initiatives. We see in Scandinavian countries that they've been investing heavily in these things, and there's large EU development funds for electrifying ports. We're limited with that in the UK, so it slows us down. Some different ways ports operate in the UK are owned, some are privately owned, some are trust ports owned in the public realm, if you like. So they're different priorities in a way. Sometimes being able to attract large amounts of private capital for the private ports could turbocharge some of these solutions. So once the policy framework is there that this shall happen in a certain time frame, I think it will actually attract private capital into this area for construction and leaseback type projects, which will be really interesting for the UK, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's good for me personally and for our company because we get to meet with other like-minded people who are working on similar things. Always good to catch up on the latest initiatives from other ports and other organisations in the industry. Of course, sometimes it feels a little bit like we are talking to each other. We're all on the same mission, which is great and energising. It would also be good to see more attendees from a more critical nature from shipping lines and cargo owners to give another flavour.